In today's video, I take you on my accidental honeymoon in Japan. We DIY as much as possible, discover new design hacks, and I finally reveal my secret. Oh, how did our... What? Good morning from Tokyo. I decided to drag husband here to the Tokyo City Flea Market, and we're gonna see what they have. I'll get to that whole husband thing in a minute because yeah, that is new, that's weird. But first, let's check out what's here. There are honestly so many crafts and handmade goods associated with Japanese culture that as a professional DIYer, I am absolutely ecstatic to be here. So the plan for this accidental honeymoon is that we're starting here in Tokyo. I'm filming a thrifting video that you hopefully would have already seen. Then we're going on a loop around the middle of Japan, staying in some beautiful places along the way, eating some good food, and then end up back here in Tokyo where we're meeting my friend Angela, who lives in the UK and does not yet know that we secretly got married. So we're gonna tell her the news since she won't be able to come to our casual backyard wedding reception in the summer. I cannot wait to see her reaction. Okay, before we get to our first workshop experience, we need to fuel up. This coffee shop is the most Sorry Girls coated I've ever seen, and I need a wall exactly like this ASAP. Okay, we're heading to our first workshop. It's gonna be chopsticks making, which I'm excited because I don't have the chopsticks for the rest of the trip. We also came to this area in Ginza for the chopsticks. Also, there's like a viral sandwich joint right here. Huge line. We were gonna stand in it, but then we said, no, that is a waste of our 30 minutes in Japan. But I'm jealous, the sandwiches look so good. So when we get to this chopsticks workshop, we have to pick out our wood type. They have so many options, but we both went with teak because we know that it's good quality, durable wood. We like the color of it, and it was reasonably priced because ebony here was $69 for just the wood. Basically, these are already cut to size, but now we just need to do a little shaping. So we put the wood pieces into a chopstick jig in order to plane each side of the wood, and then the numbers help guide us so that we know which side of the wood gets used in which side of the jig. After doing each side of the wood, we have our sloped chopsticks shape, and then next we worked our way up in grit with sandpaper, and then finally oiled them. Is this for me or the chopsticks?
That's for you.
Oh.
Don't like the chopsticks.
Oh. To rate this DIY experience, it was about a 2 out of 10 difficulty. It cost us $53 each. It took about 30 minutes, it was really quick. And the final result, I would say, is 10 out of 10. It was super useful, and I love this simple wood chopstick that we were able to make. She took the shavings from us making them and then put them in a baggie.
It's very cute.
It's so cute. Except I want to use these like now.
So give it the oil set in.
Oh, did they say that? Did they say it or no?
No.
Always walking ahead. Okay, so after our workshop, Elliot wanted to check out Akihabara Electric Town, which is a cool area in Tokyo that has anime, tech, both new and vintage, and toys of all varieties, if you know what I mean. Okay, it's time to pack up and get on the move quickly because we have a big travel day ahead of us. My wheelie suitcase is not wheeling so good, which is not good. We took a train to another train, appropriately called the romance car, in order to take a bus to Hakone, which is a beautiful area known for its hot springs and onsen resorts. Such a dad move. Okay, I do feel like I need to explain myself a little, like how does one end up on an accidental honeymoon? Well, in December 2024, we booked our flights to Japan because it was a trip I've wanted to take forever. And if you've seen my marriage announcement video, you know that we decided to have a city hall ceremony with just family in March, but we're keeping it a secret from anyone for now. So all of a sudden, it was April, and here we were in Japan, and we're like, oops, I guess this is our honeymoon now, which not mad at all. And good thing we're staying at a few nice places that are definitely honeymoon approved, accidental or not.
They just whisked us. I was like lugging that bag up the street, and then they just like took our bags And it said, come sit in this room. And look at this view.
Okay, time for a little room tour. So basically everywhere you stay in Japan, you will get indoor and outdoor slippers. Our room has a private dining room. The flooring is tatami mats. This space is both our hangout area during the day, and then later it'll be set up as our bedroom. We have our own private onsen bath, which has natural hot spring water, and we get to wear robes, which are also called yukata. I love staying in new places and getting smart hack inspo, like how this mirror slides out to close off the closet and act like a room divider as well. Where's the toilet? Wait, where's the toilet? Is it in here? Oh, found it. Toilet slippers. It's kind of like we're at a spa here. There's baths. You don't wear anything under your yukata. And like, you don't wear anything in the baths either. And there's men's and women's. Or we have our own private here. And they're all open 24 hours. So we're gonna go enjoy the baths. And then we'll see you for dinner, which they set up in our room. Okay, bye. So with our stay, we get dinner and breakfast served, which is textbook ryokan experience. And I've also learned that I love kaiseki cuisine, which is a style where you get lots of little dishes. And you can really feel the care and presentation that goes into each and every single dish. And it makes for such a fun dinner experience as somebody who loves beautiful and tasty things equally. Also, a moment for this beautiful handmade toothpick holder. If you're curious how it's made, because I tried to figure it out in the moment. So I think it's 2 different types of wood slivers glued together in a checkered block and then cut to size, and then a hole drilled in the middle. And I think these toothpicks are also handmade because I can literally see bark on them. And this isn't the only woodcraft in this place. The Japanese just give so much care and detail to every single thing, and it feels so special, and I'm constantly in awe. Oh, wow. I've never seen them like this before. What is this? Oh, flashlight. Babe, look at our beds. And our pajamas.
Maybe I can have a sleepover in your bed tonight.
No.
Oh.
We have separate beds.
Oh, okay. My self-care morning, and this portion of the video is sponsored by Foryo. We really want to stay in a ryokan to experience traditional Japanese hospitality and culture while also finding some calm and relaxation during what can be sometimes chaotic travel. Honestly, my FAQ 202 LED face mask has been a part of my wellness routine for a little while now. The FAQ 202 is a new generation silicone LED face mask, which is ultra lightweight, which is good for travel, and the unique Flex Fit silicone is molded to fit any face shape. I'm sure you've seen LED face masks before, but none as sleek as this one, and you may be wondering,
what is the hype? What is an LED face mask? I don't get it.
I have answers. Valid question though. There are lots of benefits, such as a more even skin tone, smoother and less dull looking skin, minimizing pores, and a really big one for me, reduces redness. I struggle with this. Honestly, I really crave using my FAQ 202. I reach for it 3 to 5 times a week, 15 minutes a day, in order to channel my best skin and to feel my best. I don't know if you're like me, but I strive for like that cute outfit, the workout, the healthy breakfast, the clean hair, the good skin, in order to feel the best for my day. Definitely not all of those things in one day. We maybe get 1 or 2, but it really sets me up for a positive day. Ain't it true, babe?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. The FAQ 202 has 8 different wavelengths, including NIR, which is near infrared, which helps tackle signs of aging and other skin conditions. Big deal incoming, because this is a better chance to find the FAQ 202 at a better price point with my discount. If you click the link below and use the code 35sorry, you'll get 35% off of the FAQ 202 and all Foryo products, even the ones that are already discounted. This is a big deal. Thank you for watching and supporting our sponsors. Ellie and I are gonna go do another round of baths. How vibey is this rain? kaiseki hits again, this time for breakfast. I love these. What does their kitchen look like to have all these individual dishes?
You little guy.
Although we're so sad to leave this ryokan, we do have another one booked for 2 nights, so we have that to look forward to. But right now, we're taking the train to Kyoto. And this is the face of somebody who does not understand the hype of Kyoto, at least not yet. We're gonna go to a art print store I saw on Instagram. I hate going to the place we saw on Instagram, but like 50% of the time they hit. 35%. So in this department store up a few flights, we found Nunu Kyoto, which is a shop that sells mostly Japanese artists' practice work. It was created as a way for artists to make additional income and for art enjoyers to be able to purchase artwork at a more affordable price point, usually between like $25 and $60. They had every type and style of art, and I probably spent over an hour here, and this is the piece that I landed on. It reminds me of this entire trip and 2 little explorers navigating a new world. As newlyweds. We found the cuter part of Kyoto. This makes more sense. The next morning, I didn't really have a plan, but Elliot did. He said, wear walking shoes, and off we went. I see the charm and beauty of Kyoto, but as you've probably heard, it is packed with visitors. But we did learn that if you just keep walking, eventually you will lose the crowds. And we found our own bamboo forest by a temple off of the beaten path. This spot is called the Philosopher's Path, and it was so very peaceful walking along this river canal.
A beautiful day in Japan.
I keep saying it's too sunny. It's hard to take photos and videos. Oh no. Oh no, the tourists are coming. The tour group.
The tourists are here. We are the tourists.
Speaking of touristy things, Nara is a quick train ride from Kyoto, and it's known for having so many deer. You can buy deer biscuits, but be warned, it can get dangerous out there. Elliot's trying to see if he'll attack other people. There's a huge park in Nara and really cute shops, quaint family-owned restaurants, which honestly, I'm just describing like most towns in Japan, but all to say, this was a really gorgeous day. The next day, we took the train to Osaka to try our second craft workshop, weaving. We went to Saori Weaving, which is the name of this place and also a type of weaving that embraces flaws, individual creativity, and making fabric that a machine can't. I just looked up that definition, but it makes a lot of sense in retrospect. So they load the warp threads onto the loom, and then we get to choose whichever weft, aka horizontal threads, that we would like. The weft goes into the shed, which is this piece of wood that you see me passing back and forth. And then there's a pedal I can use to swap the threads, and all together, this is creating the weave. Literally so cool. I don't know if I've ever done this before. Elliot's is giving IKEA, and I am here for it. The instructor pointed out, and like literally pointed out, because most people in Japan do not speak much English, that I should grab a fluff of wool and then lay it into the weave for some added color, texture, and interest. And I am very here for these little tufts. When I reached my desired length, the instructor pulled it out so that I could knot the ends, and I decided that I was making a table runner while Elliot was making a scarf. Oh, and his pants kept falling down, and they saw him trying to use scrap string to keep his pants up, so they gave him this braided belt that they already had. To rate this DIY experience, honestly, I would say it's 6 out of 10. I was not embracing the imperfections, and it was annoying that I couldn't get the edges perfect. The cost was $34 a person. It took an hour and a half, and the final result, I would say 6 out of 10, just because, again, I wanted cleaner edges on the weave. to go this way.
You want to go take the bus?
The IKEA bus. Where do you think the IKEA bus goes? With our weaving workshop done, we went on to explore Osaka, which is known for their street food. We got vibey, sun, and rain. We're just trying to figure out which street food we should get. All of it. Although limited options for me because I am pescatarian. Cut to our last day in Kyoto. Yeah.
Am I cool?
It's dad bag. He's so excited. Good morning. Okay, today we're heading to a workshop that we are both very excited for. Maybe the most excited for the trip. Let's go check it out. Cherry Blossom's holding on for dear life. Today's DIY workshop is Roketsuzome, also known as Japanese wax dyeing, where you copy or create your own image or pattern on fabric using hot wax and then dyeing the item. Wherever the wax is, it will resist the dye, and I feel like we've all seen this style so many times, but I never knew this is how it was made. I love that part of the session we were instructed to practice in order to get to know how to trace and use the brush with the hot wax. It was so helpful to make any mistakes on a test piece instead of our final item. Okay, but on to the real deal. I chose a tea towel while Elliot chose a t-shirt, and my theme is very much water and fishies. This actually takes so long because once you trace it over once with wax, you have to do another layer to make sure that the fabric is really sealed from the dye wherever your design is. And then the shop grandma came by and started adding bubbles, which I was not planning to do, but honestly, she's not wrong. And again, no shared language of communication, just the language of craft. Once we were happy with our wax, we got suited up to dye, and he wet our items, and then we had to mix them in the dye bath for like 8 minutes or so. Then, since you need to get the wax off, the fabric is placed into boiling water in order to melt it away, followed by a bunch of rinsing. So this Japanese wax dyeing workshop, I would rate as a 6 out of 10 difficulty, just because it takes a lot of concentration to trace up the design and not have any wax get all over your garment. The cost was $36. It took about 2.5 hours. The final result for me, I would say is 6 out of 10, mostly just because I wish I had like an entire day to come up with a design plan as well as to apply the wax. Okay, we'll show you how they turned out just in a little bit. Elliot's shirt is still drying / they're packed away in my bag. We need to go find food now because that took like 2.5 hours. Well worth it. That was such a cool experience. I've honestly never thought that that's how they made it with the wax. But what are we gonna have to eat? Comes up to me in the lobby and says, "We gotta leave in 15 minutes." And I'm like, "What?"
I didn't know this either.
So there are a lot of trains, but also we're going really far today, so we probably should have looked it up beforehand.
Oops.
Oopsies. It's like now, aka 10 a.m. or 6 p.m. So here we are. Wait, did you show them your shirt?
I think I did.
Look at Elliot's shirt. It looks sick. Okay, and this is how mine turned out. When I get home, I'm gonna, I think, like sew it a little bit more into a hand towel. Ta-da.
Okay, we need to move.
Okay. Bye, hotel room. Bye, Elliot.
Time for goodbyes, just leaves.
Just me and my suitcase again. He said we have 11 minutes. Yeah, right. We're not making this. So we made it in time, but you need to have tickets. We don't have tickets.
Oh no, we can get this one.
We can get this one?
28 minutes. Let's go, then we have time to eat food.
I'm excited for my first true bento box train experience with my handmade chopsticks, of course. So we're taking a train from Kyoto to Kanazawa, where I got a new suitcase since mine was dragging. We picked up a car, and the next morning we continue our adventure into the mountains. By the end of the next day, we were in Takayama, which is one of our favorite nights. This city was so great, and I would highly recommend it if you're heading to Japan, and these are a few places that you can check out if you're in the town. The next morning, we hop back into our car to really drive into the mountains to our next ryokan. This ryokan was a very, very, very old traditional Japanese home, and an addition that was probably built in the 50s for all the rooms and onsen areas. I've noticed this detail in most of the bathrooms, like they'll have some kind of like little window. So I think that you can tell if somebody's in there, it's on. Cute.
What a wonderful place to have an existential crisis.
That is pretty nice, actually. So the baths are down here, which obviously we can't take you to. After dinner, we enjoyed some music in the listening room, and then we went to the onsen baths. They actually have 6 baths here: an indoor and outdoor women's, indoor and outdoor men's, and an indoor and outdoor private. Obviously, this is the private outdoor, otherwise I would not be filming or with Elliot. These baths are all natural hot springs and smell a little bit like sulfur, but your skin is so smooth after. Okay, so if you needed an explanation of onsen culture, I found the book for you. You're gonna go to the onsen. They do have these baskets and lockers. Then you take off your panda clothes. Okay, then you go in. This is kind of what the indoor area looks like. And they literally have these little stools and the little basket buckets. And you wash.
And then your ears come off.
Yeah, see, your ears are off. And then I think this is do's and don'ts. Like, this is do, and then all of this is don't. Don't do this. And then you, see, I think you clean after. We were debating this.
You clean before and after.
Yeah. Then you get redressed with all your panda clothing. Put your Ray-Bans back on. And then you do your hair, which you actually do. They have all the dryers and everything to do your hair. And then you're happy. I needed this day one. Where was this day one? So we spent this day walking around the very small area, and there's a little market and a hike, but then we returned for dinner time. So we're back from our walk, and 2 somewhat exciting things. There's this washi paper experience that I've been trying to book for like weeks. So guess where we get to go? Washi paper making. This was like a big one I wanted to do, so I'm so excited for that. Second thing, you know what you need to figure out?
Mm-hmm.
How do we tell Angela that we got married?
Just show her some pictures.
I know.
And then like in the pictures thing, just have our wedding photos and be like,
Oops, those shouldn't have been there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Okay,
the
that's an option. I like that option. Where's my chips? Okay, I'll think about it. Maybe that's what we do. We gotta go plan the rest of our lives. I'm so excited to tell Angela. So excited for washi. This trip is coming to the end, but also some really exciting things are happening, so. We spent some time sitting down and looking forward to what we both want to work on next and plan a little what our lives are going to look like as a couple, a married couple. Today's the day we get to try a washi paper making experience at Shinshu Matsuwaki Washi, which was about an hour drive into a small town where this type of washi paper has been made using local materials since the year 1042. That's what their website said. I don't know if there's a translation issue or Japan just hits so differently. My North American history brain cannot. This washi paper is made from the bark of local mulberry branches. Eventually you'll get a pulp after soaking the branches in the local river, steaming, peeling, and grinding. Today we get an hour and a half to make as many washi postcards as we can by dipping the screen in pulp and then decorating with leaves, fibers, and so many other options. If it's not obvious, I loved this experience. The difficulty, honestly, 1 out of 10. The cost, $15, which I felt was not enough, so hence having to go spend more money in the gift shop. The time took an hour and a half. The final result, 10 out of 10. They dry a little bit more opaque, but these are so perfect as either art or just like writing on them for cards. Once our papers were made, we pressed out all of the water and of course had to visit the gift shop.
Are we getting paper to make a lamp? Look, you can even make like a ball lamp with this.
Pretty cool.
That was so fun. How did that time go by so fast? But also we made lots of little good cards. Wow, that was so special. And we bought big pieces of paper, so maybe I can make a lamp when I get back. Wow, do you not feel like high on life, babe? Like it makes me want to cry because it's just so beautiful and special that they're still here. It's probably not easy in a modern day. He literally said to put it on the hotel window when we get there so that it can like finish drying and dry really flat. I love that hack. So let's go put our washi papers on the window.
The packing vibes today are calm. Our train doesn't leave until the afternoon to Tokyo, and today's the day we tell Angela. Washi paper is packed. The plan is to show her this album of some of the things we've been doing in Japan and the DIY workshops that we've completed. And there's just some wedding photos from our civil ceremony slipped in there, and then we'll get her reaction. God.
Angela, right here. It's gonna be, yeah, you found it.
Wait, literally, I was like... Oh, we have slippers for you. I don't know my shoes. This is so crazy.
Good to see you.
Okay, we made it to Tokyo. We're gonna basically end the trip here. We have a few more days together.
3 days.
3 days. So you were wondering what this video was about.
Yeah.
I was like DIYing. We were both DIYing, like trying all these traditional Japanese crafts. So we did woodworking. Here, you can just type through them.
Whoa. Oh my.
And then we tried weaving. Yeah.
Oh my god, only you two comes to Japan and does this. Whoa.
Oh, how did our... Oh no.
What?
Oops, we went to sleep.
Oh, I don't want to scream. Oh my god. Guys. Oh, I'm so happy.
You're the first person to know.
Oh my god, I'm gonna cry. Y'all are married. Oh, we're celebrating.
So happy to finally tell people.
Oh my god, I'm so happy for you guys.
And that pretty much sums up our time in Japan. Next up, I have a backyard party to hard launch our marriage announcement to all of our friends. Or if you need to catch up on my thrifting adventures in Japan video, you can check that out here or watch the entire video about our City Hall wedding also here. Thanks for watching. Bye.